There's a lot of money in property. So why doesn't everyone become rich? Understand this mantra, and your game will change. Imagine this. Two people are standing in front of you. Both bought property at almost the same time. One has today earned crores from that very property. Rental income is coming in, and the value has multiplied many times. The other is still stuck with EMIs, maintenance costs, and legal hassles, thinking, I wish I hadn't made that decision that day. The question is not about investing money. The real question is why, in the same market, the same country, and the same period, property makes some people rich while giving others a lifetime of regret. Without understanding this truth, stepping into property is like jumping into deep water with your eyes closed. All over the world, property has always been considered the most reliable investment. Land, flats, shops, commercial spaces, their value keeps increasing over time. History proves that real estate has given crores of people permanent assets and strong returns. But that same history also shows that just as many people have had their money stuck for years because of the wrong property, the wrong timing, and the wrong mindset. The difference is not just luck. The difference lies in thinking and preparation. Buying property is not just a financial decision. It is a mindset decision that can shape your entire financial life ahead. Many people buy property simply believing that money never sinks in bricks and cement. But the truth is that money invested in the wrong property slowly sinks. You just don't notice it. EMIs continue, taxes keep coming, but returns don't. And when the time comes to sell, there is no buyer. The first and biggest truth is location. It is such an old mantra that people start ignoring it. And that becomes the biggest mistake. Even the most magnificent building in the world will have limited value if it is in the wrong location. On the other hand, even a simple flat in the right area can turn into gold over time. The right location does not just mean a good area today. It means the future of the next 5, 10, and 15 years. When you go to see a property, do not look only at today's picture. Check the condition of schools, hospitals, markets, parks, and transport in that area. Even more important is understanding what is going to happen in the future. Are new roads going to be built there? Is a metro line planned? Is any major office hub, industrial area, or educational institution coming up? The real growth of property often happens where there is calm today, but activity is expected tomorrow. The second big factor is the developer's reputation. This is where many people make their biggest mistake. Seeing flashy advertisements, big promises, and discounts, people book blindly. But in real estate, a good developer is one who delivers on time, does not compromise on construction quality, and keeps all documentation completely clean. A good developer protects your peace of mind, while a bad one can give you years of stress. If you are investing in a society or a project, make sure to check the developer's track record. Have they completed previous projects on time? Are the residents satisfied? Are there any ongoing legal disputes? Trusting only brochures and sales executives' words is like cheating yourself. In property, the most expensive thing is cheap information. Then comes the most sensitive issue, title and documentation. Whether it is a flat or a plot, if the papers are not clean, the value of that property is practically zero, no matter how much money you invest. It is extremely important to verify whether the land title is clear. Check if there are any old disputes, cases, or claims. Ensure that all necessary approvals from local authorities are in place. Investing money without verifying these things is directly inviting risk. Many times, people get tempted by a low price. They feel they're getting a deal. But in property, a cheap deal often turns out to be the most expensive mistake. Because when legal complications surface later, you can neither live peacefully nor sell the property easily. Remember, in real estate, documents are the first line of safety, walls matter later. Another big mistake people make is with budgeting. Often, People look only at the property price and think, this much can be managed. But the real expenses start from there. Registration fees, stamp duty, taxes, bank processing fees, legal charges, interiors, furnishing, all of these together push the budget much higher. If you do not calculate everything at the beginning, every expense later starts feeling like a burden. The smart approach is to do a complete assessment of your financial situation before buying a property. You should check how much of your income the EMI will consume. Will you be able to manage it comfortably in the future as well? Because the dream of owning property feels good only when it does not put the rest of your life under pressure. Along with this, understanding real estate market trends is extremely important. This market never remains the same. Sometimes there is a boom, sometimes a slowdown. People who buy only out of fear, if I don't buy now, it will become more expensive, often get stuck at the top. On the other hand, those who stay patient and wait for the right time are able to buy better properties at lower prices. Understanding market trends does not mean predicting the future. It means observing the demand in that area, the level of supply, and the direction in which prices are moving. Sometimes waiting a little can result in gains of lakhs. And sometimes haste can lead to losses for years. Now we come to the mantra that most people ignore, exit strategy. People focus only on entry while buying property, but do not think about the exit. Every investment should have a purpose. Are you buying for rental income? Do you want capital gains by selling after 5 to 7 years? Or is it just a long-term hold? If you ask yourself these questions in advance, your purchase automatically becomes smarter. You will know what kind of property you need to buy. If someday you need to sell quickly, you should already have an idea of how much profit or loss you might face. An investment made without an exit plan often turns into a stuck investment. One more thing that very few people understand. Not every property is meant for investment. Some properties are good to live in, while others are good for earning. If you are buying a home to live in, your priorities will be different. But if you are buying for profit, emotions have to be kept aside. I like it, and will it sell or get rented? There's a world of difference between the two. Success in property comes to those who make decisions based on numbers, not emotions. How much rent can it generate? What will be the return on investment? How much will maintenance cost? And what will future demand look like? These are questions you must ask yourself every time. Often people think that the moment they invest in property, they will become rich. But the truth is that property is a game of patience. It is not a market that gives overnight returns. However, if money is invested with the right location, the right project, and the right mindset, it can become the strongest foundation of your financial life. In this entire game, the biggest difference lies between a buyer and an investor. A buyer only purchases an asset. An investor buys the future. And that is why, despite there being so much money in property, not everyone is able to earn from it. If you also want your property to be a source of profit rather than a burden, then remember these principles well. Do not ignore location, understand the developer, never compromise on documentation, be honest about your budget, understand the market, and most importantly, plan your exit in advance. Because there is a lot of money in property, but only those earn who play the game thoughtfully. And this mindset is what creates the biggest difference between an ordinary buyer and a smart investor.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.